Okay.
So tell me again how this, like, directional input cross-up thing works.
I actually like to call it like an illusionary directional input. Basically, with how most cross-ups actually work is when you jump into somebody, you actually hit them from the other side. With how this works, if you actually turn to the screen, if you actually jump towards somebody, you're automatically put into, once you're on the other side, you just go into your normal fireball motion, and then you can actually continue. You can actually be able to cross them up pretty well from there. It's just the timing is very critical on it. But not really
I can
critical.
see.
Well, it's not even critical, really, to be honest. It's more,
You have to be very precise.
Right. And like right when you get to this point here, you can be able to go into quick little basic combos. Suck it. But there's a lot of other things that I really like with how they did this game. Most in particular, every character has a set of minimal target combos, at least 4 or 5 each. Some of them actually are used for either anti-air or to build up a larger combo. As you saw with the combo video previously, it was basically me using back X, neutral Y, forward X, which actually is a launcher combo, which I'll actually display here so you can go, which can then lead into your teleport.
And that can lead into another teleport punch combo.
Right. Or my personal favorite one to do, because it's very quick, very simple, timing's a little sharp. Back Y, back X, which you can then go into your teleport lift, or what makes Ermac actually a pretty high-tiered character is, what I think actually is great, is he has a semi-form of levitation.
As I saw just now.
Right. What I actually did was I canceled one move into one special move into another.
Okay.
Because
and that gives you a little more hang time.
Right. Well, doing that normally does the butt slam, which is the actual name of the move.
They actually named it the butt slam. Wow.
Yes. But while you're actually levitating in the air, like this, before he goes and actually, puts himself horizontal, you can actually cancel that.
So from there you can cancel that into a teleport punch.
Right. Or you can actually stop it in mid shot with a fireball. So he's got a hell of a lot more options than what most people expect. This right here is actually cross over here. Oh yeah! Ow. Suck it! Because actually you can be able to do that as well. That takes 2 meters. One thing that a lot of people would notice with me is I actually tap the button a couple extra times than I normally should have. Part of that actually constitutes to, I want to make sure that the move actually does come out, because it's either the buttons or the actual format itself. Sometimes when you press a button twice, as you can tell, I just hit the X button 3 times, it only comes out with just 1 punch.
Right, as you can see on the screen.
Yeah, so what I end up doing is I actually tap it a couple more times just to make sure that I actually get the move going.
I kind of do the same thing myself when I'm playing Street Fighter to do an ultra combo.
Right.
I will sometimes double or triple tap the punches or kicks because I want to make sure that I'm getting the move off.
Exactly.
Even if I am a little sloppy with it sometimes.
Precisely. A lot of the main things I actually do like with this. Also, another little kick, like another little quip you can say that they did with this was I call it a scrambled input, which is basically where you go through the input, but you actually put the attack in instead. So instead would be here. I've actually done this a couple of times. Well, here actually, right there, I actually just did the fireball, or actually the pop-up punch into a fireball. Normally that would have to have you do, go into this and then actually go into it. What I actually did was I actually went into that, and as you can see, I didn't even have to hit the punch button a second time.
Right, it came out just once. There's only one input of Y.
Exactly. So so in a way that with how they did the input setup, it actually makes things a little bit more lenient, but it also puts in a lot more technicality and a little bit easier on people's fingers, which is always a great thing for more people to play.
Absolutely, especially for people like me, because I grew up mostly playing Street Fighter, and as a Street Fighter player, I really never cared much for Mortal Kombat.
Right.
I played it, it's a fun game, but I just never really got into it. This, like this sort of like setup for the controls and the moveset, it actually does seem like it makes it easier for someone like me to get into Mortal Kombat and at least play it decently.
Right. Actually, like one of the other things that I've actually done is I discovered like a couple of like character standup glitches. It's only just against the computer. It's basically like whenever I put in a combo a little bit too fast, or certain moments, the character actually just like stays there completely static in midair. Like they're either they're just either like vertical, standing. I'm sorry, not vertical standing. Like they're horizontal in the air. And I was like looking at it. I paused it for a second. I was going, "What the hell just happened here?"
The joys of Mortal Kombat, people. All the craziness in the world you can think of is possible.